welcome to the 13th episode of The Gold Room with Iyabo Ojo. And like I always say, you can never get tired of this. I am excited. I'm always excited because on this show, you get to meet a lot of amazing talent, amazing people. And today I am bringing, oh my God, a very, very amazing soul because he is not just an entertainer, but he's also an activist. He's an actor, a brand influencer, a skits maker, a director, a producer. He is so many things, and we love the freaky freaky. Mr. Makanaki.
You are doing well.
Doing well.
Tẹ́ bá jẹ́ kí Macaroni gbà mí mú. Ẹ mọ̀ pé Macaroni pọ̀ gan ní industry. So mi fi Macaroni lẹ̀ fún wọn.
Okay.
Wọ́n máa ń pè mí bẹ́ẹ̀ but mo máa ń filẹ̀ fún wọn pé Nino Macaroni hold it, Tenny Macaroni hold it.
Okay.
All the Macanonis.
Okay, so let me see.
Ẹ lè pè mí Macasupa.
Mr. Makasupa.
Aha.
You're doing well.
You are doing well.
The first question I want to ask you is what informed this freaky? Are you no, because you know when I look at you, I'm like, God, this guy is a womanizer. They like both front and back. Sometimes I get confused. Is it just the front or the back or both of them or you are God bless Africa like a two-dead
like two-dead notes. Me, Debo, this guy is a virgin, a good boy. You see Daddy Wa, Baba to ma wa gbada yen. He likes freaky. He's like that. Daddy Wa is like two-dead nuts. God bless Africa.
God bless.
That's Daddy Wa because he love them anyhow they come.
Okay.
Anything Africa. Yeah. We say God bless.
As long as it's okay.
Yeah. But this one is I'm a very gentle boy.
Okay. Very gentle. Yeah. Virgin no more.
Virgin no more.
I'm
denying me in front of the whole world. Millions of people.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. So the journey for you, how was it? How did it all start?
How did it all start? I guess it started from when I was much younger. Maybe 7 years, 8 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've always been inspired by Pastor Chris Oyakhilome.
Okay.
Yes, that time we used to watch at home. We used to watch his sermons on TV. We didn't used to go to his church. At that time, I think I was a Muslim because I was born into a Muslim family.
Oh, really? You were once a Muslim? Oh.
Yes, my dad is a Muslim. My mom is a Christian.
Okay.
Yes, so I've practiced Islam. I've practiced Christianity. So, but then, sometimes every Sunday we're just watching this thing, my mom especially and my siblings. So Pastor Chris, is very charismatic.
Very.
So when I'm looking at him, I say, with his hair, fine boy, move, talk. So I started to imitate him.
Okay.
So the way he talks, I'll just be going up and down the house and say, he was blind, he can see, he gave the Lord of the year.
Hallelujah.
So I was doing that at that age. Then my siblings, my parents started seeing that this is what he likes doing. Because even when we go to school, when we come back, I will start mimicking our teachers. When we went to secondary school, my brother Brokunle will say, Deboya, come and mimic the principal. Come and do this, come and do that. So I'll just start doing it. So it was since then that I knew, okay, this is what I wanted to do. And I was always in the drama club, drama society in school. So when I finished secondary school, even before I finished secondary school, I joined one academy, Blessed Modeling Academy, I think if I remember the name correctly. That was when I was in secondary school. It was one of my mom's friends that introduced that academy to us. That he likes acting. Let him go and start something there. So when I finished secondary school, although immediately I got into the university, but anytime I was at home, I'll go for auditions. I went to PEFT. I even went
Okay,
again to
wow.
study
Oh,
PEFT.
really?
Yeah, I did 3 months acting in PEFT. So going
That's
for
Wale
auditions.
Adenuga, right?
Wale Adenuga,
Mm.
yes. So that was where the professional acting started.
Started.
Wale Adenuga Productions, AK Media,
Oh, okay.
yes, Leko Ayinde, Abiola Nuruddin.
Oh.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
always.
you really went through the
Ah,
process.
yes. Oh,
Oh.
yes. So the day of
So
one
it just didn't
scene.
start for you on social
Oh,
media.
absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. This was like since 2010, 11,
Wow.
thereabouts.
Mm.
So, I was doing all of that. I remember the first film that had a major role
Mm.
was Mistresses.
Yeah.
That film was produced by Alima Abubakar,
Okay.
Stanley Bonini, then directed by Ifeanyi Ogbonna. I don't
Okay.
forget all those
All
names
those names.
because
It was
that's
the
how I
starting
started.
point. Yeah.
Yes. So and then too, so I was doing a number of English movies.
Mm.
At first Stack, Surulere,
Surely,
and
yes,
between
yes. Yeah.
Google.
Yeah. What's
That's
that
what was
hotel?
happening.
Winnie's or Winnie's hotel.
Winnie's,
Yeah.
Winnie's
Then we used to go
audition
for
there, and
audition.
yes.
Yes. Yes.
So Jide Sodiq, my friend and Egbon, because in Leeds City, he was my elder brother's friend.
Okay.
And he was also acting, but Yoruba films, especially then. So it was like, Madros English, Nikon, Shibama Yoruba, be doing Yoruba too. So he introduced me to Sonny Ali Odunfa.
Oh, Sonny.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's my kakos. Odunfa kakos.
Odunfa Kakos.
Yeah.
So I went to Odunfa Kakos. I did everything necessary. I started doing as not that I'd not already gotten these skills from maybe PFT and all those places.
Yes.
But no knowledge is a waste.
No knowledge is a waste. And
Yes,
Yoruba is deep and rooted, so you
exactly.
have to learn.
So I went again through the process, and for Yoruba Films too, they'll call me today, do doctor, tomorrow policeman, and it was going like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think few years later, it was still that same thing. Few scenes when there's job, this one, that one. I was just tired of the whole thing. I wanted more. More,
Thank
because
God you went for more.
thank God. I wanted more because I just believe that I know this thing. I believe that God has blessed me so much with this talent. And I always say to myself that people have not even seen what I'm capable of doing, acting wise. So 2019, because around 2017, 2018, I went to different universities, by the way. So but that 2017,
I'm
2018.
even still gonna come there. Because I think that's where your controversy started.
Yes. So that 2017, 2018, the last university I went to and I was supposed to graduate from, I was still expelled from there. And although we now later got the certificate, I later graduated. Yeah. But that period I was at home, I was really depressed. I was just looking at what am I going to do like this now? And those jobs were not coming. Like I said, I just wanted more. So 2019, I've always been seeing people, content creators online do their thing, Brother Shaggy, Twice, Taoma, and all those people. I said to myself, try this thing too. Because I studied theater, so I used to look at it like, what are these ones doing? There's nothing. What's this?
I remember the first time Chris Oyakhilome came to me, I was like, I don't do which one is skit. I don't do skits. Like, what are you guys doing? I don't understand. What's this stuff I'm
theater,
doing?
I know. But I said, well, if you take a closer look at this thing too, I spoke to myself. It's also theater. You're experiencing your art form in another angle. So just embrace it and try it. And that was how content creation started for me in 2019.
And from 2019
from 2019. In fact, it was so surprising because a lot of people used to say that, how did you started that same 2019? And it was that same 2019 people started to, we mentioned Today Not earlier, someone like that, Cracks TV, Pause, even yourself, a lot of celebrities, they will just see our work and put it out there that, this boy is doing well. And from that
And it started
2019,
doing. I
it
remember
is,
that I TikToked one of your character.
yes.
Even I had to sew your outfit. And
Yes.
that's
And that
was
went
it like
everywhere.
brown?
Yes. And we were
I said
like,
I
ah.
want his outfit. I want to do
You
it.
did that, yes.
Yes,
You
yes.
did that, you know.
You
So that was it.
you did
That's
as
it.
well. I love the transition.
Yes.
That's part of life.
Mm.
So,
Mm.
but before I go to ask you that question, I usually do. I want to ask, were you like this radical in school? Because you always had one problem
Yeah.
in your university days.
Yes. Yes.
So, what was the cause of all that?
I think it started from um, school days, even from secondary school.
Okay.
Because I remember even in secondary school, I was the head boy,
Mm,
and I always just wanted my students to be happy.
mm.
So I'm that type of person that I don't like people to be cheated. And
Okay,
I
like
just,
me.
yeah,
Mm,
I just really believe in love.
mm.
And that kind of love, when I say love, what I mean is showing people, treating people with respect and dignity.
Yes.
That's the least thing we can do for ourselves as human beings.
Yes.
I don't know you before, you don't know me, but I'm going to treat you as a human being
Yeah.
deserving of respect and dignity.
Yes.
So when I see people do things that is not okay,
Yeah.
it pains me, because it's just like you are cheating this person because you know this person cannot stand up to
Stand
you,
up for
or
yes.
or you know. So since secondary school, I've always been like that. When I
So you've been
see,
an activist.
yes, you
Activist
know,
for human rights.
that's what they call me now. You know,
Yes.
but I
That's
just
it.
always see myself as someone that just wants things to be better.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I went into university after my secondary school, first university I went to, Wahala here and there, you know. There was one particular time we were fighting for our accreditation.
Mm.
We were studying law in school at the time. And one day we just woke up, it was all over the news that law was not accredited in school. We say kilo day, you know, and people were not talking. So I said, what's going on? Law students, everybody, we need to stand up.
Stand
And,
up,
you know,
yeah.
and that was how it started. And we
You
started protesting like
made a
every other
movement.
day
Yeah.
till, you know, Sha became another thing. And then I left the city. I went to another school
Yeah.
in Cotonou, you know. There too, I had issues with a lecturer who wanted to cheat me and my friends. And we said, and I stood up, I said, this cannot happen. You know, that will be one, and that will another one. Yeah.
Your
I went
activism has been causing you problems
you
from the
know,
one.
I went to another school in Ado Ekiti.
Yeah.
Well, that one wasn't much of activism, kind of, but it was still me standing up for myself, because when I went there, I applied for a particular course. I applied for theater arts, and we did that in Lagos because they have a license office in Lagos. On getting to the school in Ado Ekiti, they are telling me that they don't have theater arts. That I should do English. That is the same thing. And I looked at
How can it be the same
I
thing?
looked at the dean of the student affairs, who was telling me that, I think it was him, or academic officer, I can't remember. That's I know what I want to do.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
different.
applied for theater arts. I know why I chose theater arts. What do you mean that? So we shall argue this. I called my parents. My dad just said, "Look, Baba, just do 1 year. You'll get a transcript and go to any other school that has theater arts." In all of this, my parents never wanted me to go to a federal university, because they just thought, you want to Sheba when you get to, you know. So they never wanted that. So after that one, that was when I went to the last university that I went to. And you know, I already finished 100 to 400 level. In fact, I was president, I was social director in 300 level, 400 level, I was president of the student session and the graduating class. And then another while happened. I had even finished my final year exams, I had defended my project, and you know, something just came up, you know. I don't really like to talk about it sometimes because so, but it happened, and I said some things, and the school felt, oh, it was an insult. They felt offended, and they expelled me. And I said, oh no, this is not going to stand. There's no, and you know, everything I wrote, there was no way I mentioned the name of the school. You know, so we went to court, and then
You guys went to court?
absolutely.
Oh.
My dad just asked me, Debo, what do you want to do? said, let's go to court.
Wow.
Let's go to court. And we went to court. And before the whole thing escalated too much,
Yeah.
the hierarchy in the university, even from the owners of the university,
Yes.
stepped and say, why you people drag, let this boy, give him a certificate and let him go.
Wow.
And that was it.
So what I would take from everything is that it's good to speak up for yourself.
Absolutely.
Sometimes,
Absolutely.
things might not really go the way it should
Yes.
go,
but you must speak up, because if you don't speak up, they'll just be cheating you.
Yes, they will. You see, guys, when people say I'm tough, I'm not tough. I just speak up, So, would you say the journey for you has been smooth or chill, or you had your rough time?
I know.
Was it rough?
It was rough. Wasn't smooth. I don't think any journey in life will be particularly smooth. Because even when you think you have arrived, and when you think you have gotten to a particular height, there will still be new challenges.
True.
So I think it's never smooth like that. But your zeal and the resilience, that's where consistency comes in, and just focus, knowing that there are greater things ahead of you. So it wasn't smooth. Like I said earlier, all those times I was jumping from one university to the other, a lot of people will say, oh yes, I'm strong, I'm this, but I was feeling somehow about it, because my parents had other children too, and all of them are finished, none of them had issues. So it always just looked like I'm the problem child, if not because of the way my parents are wired, because my dad is a journalist and he also speaks up, but he does his own with writing. He doesn't So, but there are people that understand me. So if there are not people that understand me, they will have believed that, oh, we only problem. Take him to. In fact, so one time my mom, they were telling my friend, hello, for real. Something like that. And my mom was saying never, that nothing's wrong with her son. And they stood by me. But I was always feeling
very supportive.
Oh, absolutely. My parents, every time, they're top of my mind, because they were so supportive. In all of my issues with school, blah, blah, while I was under them, they never for once shouted at me, not to talk of raise their hand. No. They always just call me and talk to me. Oh, yeah. And it wasn't like, oh, they had all the money in the world. They were just comfortable. But they wanted to see me through all of
Thank you,
those
mommy
things.
and daddy.
Thank you. Yes, so.
Okay.
Mommy and my daddy.
Ami
o.
That's so good. We can't talk about macaroni and not talk about NSAS. Because you were one of the frontiers. One of the front leaders. You and Fowles, because I can remember that day I was sleeping and Priscilla just came to my room and was like, Mommy, you're still sleeping. Get up now, let's go. I said, Priscilla, we don't have any intentions to go anywhere. Are we going somewhere? No, let's go to NSAS. I said, NSAS, protest, Priscilla. Don't be deceived with this, my body. Papa said, Mommy, you have to get up. The youths, they look up to you. You are mommy youths. I said, mommy youths, Umbo. And the next thing she said is, Mommy, see, Mr. Macaroni is out. We are supposed to meet. I think you guys are supposed to meet at a particular time. There. Mr. Macaroni is there. Fowles is there. She said, Macaroni is there. Fowles is there. These people are already complete now. It's like, I'm my only daughter. I don't go anywhere. She said, Mommy, no, I'm going. Get up, Mommy, let's go. We need you. Come and ginger us. I said, you go ahead. I will be gingering you from here. She said, no. So you were one of those that inspired Priscilla, and Festus was already even there.
Right.
While I was even asking, where is Festus? Festus I Festus, where are you people? Don't do anything. I'm coming. I'll come. And you say, Mommy, come. There's nothing. Festus was just laughing.
Right.
So how was that, for you?
Well, it was just, in fact, when that happened, that happened late 2020.
Yeah.
And that 2020, late 2019 and early 2020 was when people started to know macaroni. And all my contents were going viral. And that was pre-COVID period, early 2020. Yes. And people were at home. We're just coming out of COVID, and people were always talking about macaroni content, this one, that one. So when that NSAS thing happened, a lot of people were even surprised to see me in that light. Only my family and friends and people that went to school together just knew that that is his work. That is what that you will find him there. You understand? You know. So when that happened, it just my natural self just came out. You know, because I could not hold it. There was nothing I could do, and I always say that I honestly think that God has given me everything that He has given me today, the voice, the fame, everything I have, just to continue to do what I do. Not to cause violence, not to cause havoc, but just speak up for people and just do my own bit in making sure that things are better for everyone. You know, so when that happened, I said, where would I rather be? I was even at home or something. Some people were at the toll gate already, and I was just seeing updates. Oh no, it was when it started when Ron Town and Fowl said they were going to the toll gate, and I was at Magodo that time, and then they were saying that some people to now say they are going to allow Sir, you know, to just go and see the guys there. What's going on now? So when they got there, because there was no star power at Alausa Ikeja, I was seeing update that some Reno was tweeting constantly that they were being harassed, they were being brutalized. And I say, people are fighting that you should stop brutalizing them. The reason why they are doing the protest, you are now still doing it again. But that could not happen at Lekki because there were a lot of celebrities there, news. I said, look, since nobody is covering this one happening at Ikeja, I will go there. So at least so that my presence there can do something that money or something. And that was how it started. Because I went there and people, Macaroni is there. We stayed together. They said they were going to sleep there. I slept there with them, you know, and that was how it started.
It was a very strong movement, and I would say it's still one of the strongest movement that the youth has ever had in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, it ended in a very sad way.
Yes.
Rest in peace to all the souls that we lost, and to all those who got injured. I pray God continue to comfort you.
Amen.
And uphold you.
Amen.
For me, NSAS was what made me say I'm not supporting any APC or PDP.
Right.
You know, because
that was same for me.
Yes, I was very grieved by it, and I don't think I have gone past it. But I want to ask you this question: do you ever think those innocent souls would ever get justice?
Well, that question can only be answered by the Nigerian youths. You know, at the end of the day, if Nigerian youths begin to take charge of leadership, if they begin to see that they are better united than divided and being used as agents for the politicians that have continued to bring
tribalism,
harm, hatred, politics of bitterness. Yes, they will get justice because at the end of the day, that will be what we all stood up for. Police brutality. The day police brutality stops in Nigeria, that's the day those souls would finally rest and say, okay, something like so. And there has to be constant awareness, constant talking about it, constant working together to ensure that these things stop happening. That is the way they can actually really get justice. You know, because at the end of the day, in some quarters, we still see these things happen.
Of course.
Police still harassing this, doing that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So not until the day Nigerian youths realize that the power truly belongs to them.
Yes.
You know, it was one of the noises we were making the most during the election period. And we were saying, come out. Even a lot of people had valid reasons saying, they will intimidate them, they will suppress them, which actually happened, you know. But we have to get to that point where freedom comes by struggle. You know, freedom will not come to you on a platter of gold. The politicians that are there and that have been recycling themselves know why they are there. They know what they are seeing. They know the power that is there, and they won't leave it.
Some of them are they've been activists before.
Absolutely. So it just looked like, they were doing all the bragado, and then they got there and they became the exact same thing. So not until Nigerian youths can begin to hold all the leaders accountable, whether you were activists before and you joined or you were just there, when the day politicians realize that if they mess up, the youths will kick them out, things will change.
But do you think the elders would allow the youth to, because for you to be able to enforce that means that you have to also join politics,
Absolutely.
and play politics.
Yeah.
But do you think there's room for the youths in the in politics of today in Nigeria?
Yeah, it's that's that's where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
Mm.
It's very tough because, like I said earlier, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts.
Mm.
Absolutely, these people do not want to. So it's just like the way this cup is, this very fine cup,
Mm.
and then you're looking at it from afar. Maybe the cup is my own,
Mm-hmm.
and someone is seeing me using it,
Yeah.
and the person says, I cannot get this cup, maybe
Mm.
because I don't have the money to.
Money.
But the person is admiring it.
Mm.
So the person will leave it because he doesn't want to steal or anything.
Yeah.
Now, if the person now has one power that enables him to get the cup, not money,
Mm.
but power,
Mm.
and enables him that if he knows that if he says, hey, go and get a cup for me, the person will do it and he will get the cup.
Mm.
So that's what happens. They now begin to use that power to get to things that they could not naturally get.
Yeah.
And then they use it to intimidate and suppress the people.
Mm.
So not until we start to create an environment where everyone, if not everyone, most people can get this cup simply by just working hard.
Yeah.
Simply because there's an enabling environment that enables you
Yeah.
that if you work hard, you will get the cup.
Yeah.
You understand? So then people will have lesser reasons to abuse the power that they wield. So hopefully we'll get there when the youth start to realize that they have the power, to make everyone have a cup, and that they have the power to ensure that they also get into positions of leadership. But when they get there, they will not now start abusing it the way.
I was about to say that. Are you sure the youths are not worse than our leaders when they get there?
Yeah, so it's a human thing.
Mm.
By nature, we are all selfish.
Yeah.
Naturally. So you have one thing already, but you see another one. It enters your eyes. It takes the godliness.
Yeah.
It takes discipline
The grace of
and
God.
integrity
Yeah.
to say, yes, it's nice, but it is not mine, and I will not do anything illegitimate or illegal to acquire it. So that's where I always say that leadership is service, is sacrifice, is selflessness through discipline, integrity, and accountability to God and to the people that we have claimed to be of service to.
Yeah.
So you have to have all these components. So it's not that's what to just answer the question directly. The youths are not saints too, because even in our own corners, you find people doing some things that they should not be doing.
Yeah.
So definitely when they get there, they will do worse. Because at the end of the day, the government is a product of society.
True.
People like us are the ones there. So we need a national reorientation. We need to liberate ourselves. We need to liberate our minds and know that at the end of the day, how the nation can truly prosper is when we all do better.
True. So this leads me to the next question. Are you ever going to go into politics? Do you have any intentions?
Right now, no.
Because I know one of you is there now, cute Abiola. So
Yes. And so the thing is, me, since secondary school, I don't run away from leadership. But you see this, it's just like what we spoke about now, this our Nigerian political space. It looks as if once you enter that place, there's one spirit where they enter all of them mind. You understand?
They become like a cult or something.
Yeah.
Everybody does the same thing.
I'm okay with doing my best, doing what I can to ensure that things change in our society. But in the long run, if there's a need for it, if I feel there's a need for it, maybe right now I'll say no. But I'm okay doing my own best to make the country better.
So, is our Mr. Macaroni in a relationship? Or are you secretly married?
No. I think it was yesterday of the I was sharing a chat with my mom. I just put it on my story just so that people can just read and have fun or laugh about it. So because she was disturbing me that she saw exactly. She saw somewhere that I had said that I'm not thinking about marriage right now, and she sent me a message that God forbid, that's not my plan for you. Alone,
that's we mothers. That's where we are. We always reject that.
So right now, again, I'm not thinking about it.
Why?
Yeah, like I said,
Are you
maybe
afraid
at
of
the right time.
commitments? I
Not.
work for near more of a you're a man of many hats to love.
Well,
Mm.
no, really. Yeah, well, I'm a very loving person.
Okay.
I think that, but it's not a function of staying with one person. I don't think that will be a problem for me. I'm not just totally convinced yet
Then
about
you
the
have
idea of marriage. I'm
okay.
still I'm still doing more to understand it and understand the system. At the end of the day, I don't want to go into something and mess it up and
Mm.
spoil another person's life. I
Mm.
want to be because I know what it means to love and to be
Mm.
loved.
Oh, you know.
I love love.
You love
I've been
love.
single for a long while, but I love
You
love.
love. So you have fallen in love with
Oh
love.
yes,
And who
but
served who breakfast? Was it you that was served the
ah,
breakfast? Or?
they serve me breakfast. So I chop the breakfast. So right now, because if once me I love someone, I turn to Dodoyo. I go turn mumu for the whole matter. So I don't want. I'm also scared of being taken advantage
And
of.
yeah,
So that's why I'm just, Baba, just
you're
calm
taking
down,
it easy.
so that at the end of the day, I don't hurt you, you don't hurt me. You understand?
So will it be the say like because so said once that the richer you get or the more successful you become as a man, it's really very hard for you to find that one true love.
Mm.
Are you of that school of thought?
Yeah. Well, I think there's a bit of truth in it.
Mm.
Not to say that successful people can still find love.
Yeah.
I hope everyone does, but so it's kind of true because at that point you wouldn't know who really loves you
Loves you.
or who just wants to be there for the ride. Oh, okay, everything. Plus, they are seeing it. They don't even know
No.
the issues you yourself are dealing with.
Dealing
They
with.
don't know, but they are seeing from the outside that it be like everything's soft, and they
Everything's
just want
soft. Let me
to,
just go in there.
So yeah, there's a bit of truth in it.
But you never can see anyway. Love can come true,
Absolutely, I
and when
believe
it
that.
comes now, we
Yeah.
the yoko, we carry
You
gele.
carry Gilly. Well,
So, ladies,
let's see
you
how it
understand?
goes.
He's still trying to
But I'm not searching.
study what they
Yes,
call
the
the institution
institution
of
of marriage.
marriage.
If it's something, yeah,
Yes, but if you feel
yeah.
that you can convince him, it's gonna be a tough one because Mr. Freaky knows how to freaky your account. But it's different personality,
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
But you're a very nice person. I remember the
Thank
first
you.
day I met you. You're very respectful. You're very humble.
Thank you,
And you're
Mama.
very nice. People say a lot about you. Even my team, let me expose them. When I told them that you were coming, they were all
Yes.
happy. Initially, I told them, oh, we're going to start recording very early today. They said, they
Yeah.
frowned. When I said, it's Mr. Mac, okay. Mr. Macaroni Sheni. Oh, Sheni. Oh, my freaky.
They are doing well. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
And so it's good to be a giver.
Thank you.
You are a giver, and the guys, when I not going to enter in DM now, begin discover more. Oh, no, any problems.
Oh, absolutely. I think, well, people also just need to realize that personalities differ.
Yeah.
And people also need to just know that if you come to me, if I give you, it doesn't mean I have it in abundance.
Yeah.
We are all just different people. Someone like me, it could be 15 naira that is remaining with me, and I could give you that 15 naira.
Yeah.
Some other people will say, 15 naira, family, wow. So people just need to understand that the person that does not give you is not mean or wicked. Things are just different.
It's
and
grace.
Yes,
It's a disgrace.
and for me, sometimes too, I wonder what's going on with me. Why I am like that? But it's something I cannot change because that has been me since I've just been like that. Yeah. So,
and I believe givers never lack. Sometimes I eat myself up, most especially when I'm getting broke. My friends will say the only time Iyabo is depressed is when she's broke. And I'm like, oh, why did I have to give this money? But trust me, I'll say, I'm not giving anybody anything.
Nah, lie.
That alert just enters. I remember one person that begged me for money.
Exactly, that you were not able to.
I'll now go back and say, I think it's just a thing. And it's good to be a giver. God blesses those that give. And you will never lack.
Amen.
You will never lack. More houses, more cars, more fame, long life, good health, and everything.
Amen.
So now this takes us to the next segment, which we do. It's something called the twist.
Okay.
So here you get to be the presenter, the host.
Nice.
And then you get to ask me.
I love it.
One question. One new.
Just one.
Don't be like Kathy that asked two.
Just one.
Question.
Let me sit down like.
Okay,
The
so
presenter.
action.
Hi guys, we're back here. Welcome again. I have the beautiful Iyabo Ojo, my
Okay.
guest for today. How are you,
I'm
Iyabo? That is not
fine.
my question, by the way. I'm just trying to
Okay.
get in the mood. Okay, so let me ask you.
Hmm.
Let me ask
I
you.
like to drink water first.
Let me ask you. Okay, what question? Okay, let me just
Hmm.
ask you a simple one. How did you meet Polo?
Hey! All of you are the same thing. The same thing Toke to ask me. But Toke's one was even mean.
Yeah.
She just went straight to the on the is it plus 18?
Oh no, me. I'm asking so that everybody can learn one or two
Yes. I
things.
think
Yeah.
someone also asked that question and it's leading to my DM actually.
Ooh,
Yeah. He's a
Polo,
bad boy.
Polo, you're a bad
Boy.
boy.
He did that.
Yeah.
And for me, then I didn't know him at all. I didn't even know who Paulo was.
Oh.
And when I saw that, I said, okay, this page is verified. Let me
Mhm,
check him out. And I did. And I found out that he knows a lot of musicians. I could see
mhm.
celebrities following him. I was like, entertainment, laye, kojo. I'm not going there. It's not possible. I'm not going this route.
Mhm,
Never.
mhm.
Entertainment. Because then actors, entertainers, promoters, marketers.
Yeah.
I mean, your life is
Mm,
surrounded with women.
mm,
I'm not going there, and that's my industry. No, no, no. So initially, I just like cancelled it, but
right.
he was very, perseverance pace. He
Mm,
was
mm,
very steady. He never gave up. Even I tried to push him back multiple times.
mm.
He was just there, and then we later became friends.
Ah.
Yeah, we were friends. Say, okay, if you don't want to date me, let's be friends. And we were friends for a while until one day I said, I don't even want to talk to you again. I don't want to date you. I said, okay. After a week, he didn't call me. I started missing him. Okay. I said, why am I missing this? Let me use style. Corner, corner. I just asked him three questions. You didn't even check up on me. He said, but you said, you said road close now. I
Mhm.
said, does that mean you should not check up on me? And we now became friends again. And,
Yeah.
one thing led to the
Oh.
other, and it became
Amazing.
history.
Amazing. I think he definitely must have seen something unique about you, which
Yeah.
is, a lot of things, which is something a lot of us see also. I think
Okay.
you're very
Thank you.
principled, you're in a class of your own,
Thank
and
you.
you're a model. You have grown yourself into someone that we can say, Iyabo Ojo. She's someone that parents can say, can't you see Iyabo Ojo? Can't you behave yourself?
Hmm.
So I think that it has to do with that. And
Thank you
we're,
so
we're, we're
much.
so much inspired by you.
Thank you.
Always.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So you've ended that.
You
It's
said
bad.
one question. Maybe I should ask
No,
another
no,
one.
no. It's one. No, could you one? No.
Okay.
So I mean, you've acted. You you're doing skits, comedy. What's next for you?
For me, it's entertainment all the way.
All the way.
All the way is entertainment. But now, what I'm particular about is also building more talents.
Okay.
By God's grace, we have some already that work in Mr. Macaroni Entertainment.
Yeah.
That when Mr. Macaroni drops a content, you will see them one way or
Yes,
the
I
other.
usually like the one you do
Um,
like lecturer. Yeah, I
yes,
see them
yes.
there.
There are students there. Then Mommy Wise
Mommy,
there.
why, yeah.
Korex, Otumba, Motunde. So, and I
I
think
actually thought you and mommy while we're dating, you know.
a lot of people think
Initially,
that.
honestly, the first time I saw both of you together, mommy one and daddy, was like, okay, oh, that's his wife,
Yeah.
because usually you see, couples do those kind
Yeah,
of things,
yeah.
and
No, she's just a very good
yeah,
sister to me. I know
yeah.
some of you start singing, she call me brother. I call her sister too. But she's a good sister. I see beyond that.
Yeah,
I think the relationship is better, the work relationship is better when
better.
those things are not really,
Really,
those ones are really, and by God's grace, they're also doing well. They have been
mm,
able to build their brands and are still building it.
yeah,
But want to just look for more talent, work with more people because Nigeria is so blessed. A
yeah,
lot of
with talent. Oh
talents,
yes,
a
oh
lot of
yes.
talents. And I always say that we God butter our bread,
Yeah,
and small. When we say we see the work, don't be saying that we
yeah,
sabi and pass.
yeah.
I see a lot of people do different things, and I'm like, eh? Ọpọlọ wo leléyìí tún fi ń ro nǹkan tó ṣe yìí? So their own stuff is different. They
Yeah,
also just need to climb, up
yeah,
and for people to see them like God. So while we continue to build our own brand too, we want to
yeah.
also continue to carry people along.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen. Well done. Well
Thank you.
done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
What is your advice for young ones out there who look up to you? They love the way you act, your skits, and if it's your activism.
Yeah.
What's your advice to that young guy or lady who is trying to find his way in life?
Yeah, so first I would just want to say that don't expect too much of me. Don't find yourself, Yes, there might be one or two things that you have picked from me as a person and say, oh, I love Mr. Macaroni is this or is that. But I need you to understand that Mr. Macaroni is not perfect. There is what I show you that you see. There are some things that I'm battling with in my own corner. So you need to find yourself. When you find yourself, you
Find
need to be
yourself.
sure about what it is that you want to do. That is the process of finding yourself. Then when you find it, when you are certain that this is it, start and don't look back. Because there are a lot of things that will make you want to look back. So, but if you look back, you'll be doing yourself. And if you stop, you say, "Oh, nobody's seeing me. Nobody is appreciating my work," and you give up. That will just be the end of it. Nobody will see you because there are a lot of people that are still doing it and have not stopped. So I always say something. That even if God's grace, we talk about God's grace a lot, and it has worked for so many people. Including myself. I so much believe in the grace of God. But even if the grace of God is going to work for you, the grace of God needs to find you doing something. If it's luck you believe in, if you are going to get lucky, you need to be doing something before you get lucky. You understand? So when you are doing, God can just say, yeah. And that's when people will now say, this guy just came from nowhere. But no, he has been doing something. He has been on it. So find yourself, keep doing it. Do not look back. Keep doing it until you make it.
High five. Guys, have you heard that? So find yourself, don't look back, keep doing it until you make it. And that is from the horse's mouth. Thank you guys for joining us again on this amazing episode. And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
really
Mama.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much.
More
Amen,
success,
amen.
all the way,
Amen.
and more freaky to yours. More freaky to their account.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Mama.
so thank you guys, and God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and